Hello everyone, this is Daniel Higgins, and as you can see, we have the cash flow quadrant here on this YouTube presentation. So I want to take some time and let you know that this amazing chart comes directly from Robert Kiyosaki, the amazing author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That book is amazing, and the cash flow quadrant is equally amazing. So this is going to shine some light on 4 ways that anyone can create income. You get to choose where you want to be, just depending on your personal values and goals. And as we discuss the cash flow quadrant, I will be extremely focused on bringing out some key points about Karatbars International, an amazing online e-commerce company that will help you shift to the B and the I quadrants at the same time. So let's talk a little bit about the E quadrant. In the E quadrant, that's employee. There is absolutely nothing wrong with positioning yourself to get a quality job. Just be fully aware that in that category of E, you are exchanging time for dollars. So unfortunately, you will have a limited income. And another disadvantage to being in the E quadrant is that an E employee has the highest taxable income. All right, so in that position, the government will remove your taxes and then you get what is left over. All right, so the government comes in and gets their cut first, and then you get what is left over. All right, so that is part of the disadvantage of being in the E quadrant. You are exchanging time for dollars and you have the highest taxable income. All right, so those wages, unfortunately, do get taxed higher than profits. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And you're in a situation where you may be building the dreams of other people because they have employed you and are using you in a leveraged situation. But like I said, you can use that to your advantage, and you can use that E as an employee and use that to finance your freedom. All right, and we'll recap that in a little bit. And now let's talk a little bit about the S. So S is going to be self-employed. So those would be people who maybe like a hairdresser that owns her own salon, rents out or even a barber. People of that nature that own a job. A landscaper, maybe he owns that job and he is the sole proprietor. Now another way that Robert Kiyosaki describes it is you are solo. Okay, so in that situation, if you cannot work, your income stops because you are solo. You're not part of a team. You are creating income on your own. Like I said, it is definitely a valid way to create income. And we have been trained, or the educational system has been focused on those two quadrants for an extended period of time. So the E and the S quadrant. Now in the S quadrant, you are still exchanging time for dollars. So you will still be in a situation where if you do not work, you will be unable to create income. In any of those two categories, in the E or the S, if you get injured, your income stops. So you are exchanging times for dollars. So if you are unable to make it into work, if you're unable to visit your office, if you're unable to clock in or log in and do some work, your income stops. Okay, so most people are in those two categories. Of course, in the S quadrant, most people will have more control of their time, but in both of those situations, you are unable to have complete time freedom. Okay, because you're exchanging time for dollars, so you will always need to go back to exchange some more time for dollars in that situation. And like I said, both of these categories, the income is considered wages, so they will be taxed higher. Now, if as you shift over to the B quadrant, especially if you join Karatbars International, which is an amazing e-commerce company where you could actually join for free and start positioning yourself to use what's called leverage. Okay, leverage is basically a business connecting with other people, incorporating and using the efforts of multiple people to go towards a goal. Okay, to help get out the news of a product, good, or service, things of that nature. So a good example of that might be like an Amazon. Of course, they have several different locations helping them ship out products, things like that. So Amazon's a good segue into what I want to talk about with Karatbars International, because similar to Amazon, Karatbars is an e-commerce business. Okay, so they're a licensed e-commerce business. Now, even if you're in the E and the S quadrant, if you start with your Karatbars International business, the taxes that I alluded to that you lost in both categories, you can get with your tax advisor, and those taxes that they were taking before you get your check, your tax advisor, visit them, talk to a qualified CPA. They can go ahead and help you when you start your Karatbars International business get that back so you can start using that towards building your business. So you can literally use your current income that you have not been able to enjoy because it's been taken from you via taxes, and you can start using some of that money towards building your Karatbars International business. So be excited about that. So it's actually you saving money right off the bat because there is those finances that you have not been able to tap into because of the category that you were in prior. So talking more a little bit about the B quadrant, our Karatbars International business is we exchange dollars for gold and we educate the public on why we do that. Robert Kiyosaki has said many times that cash is trash. The reason why he says that is because gold is the best and the purest form of money. One of the categories that money has to fall into is that it must be able to be a store of value or wealth over a period of time. So unfortunately, our currencies, no matter what nation you're watching this in, all of our currencies continue to decline in purchasing power. So with our Karatbars International business, what do? We tell a lot of people, save a lot of gold, we make a lot of money. That's our business. We educate the public on why they should be exchanging, not purchasing, exchanging gold for money. So this is a 2.5 gram gold card right here, so you can kind of check it out. And then this in my hand is a 5 gram gold card. And we do these in small increments, even 1 gram and even a tenth of a gram, because the goal of our Karatbars International business is to help educate and shift everyone into being able to acquire physical, honest money. All right, so we're here to educate the public on why they should do that. As I mentioned, gold is the purest and the best form of money. It has been used for money for well over 1,000 years, right? And our business is to help people save. So our business model in this leverage position is to gather people and encourage them to keep their own money. As we continue to educate the public on keeping their money in the best form, which is gold, we get compensated and they acquire the product, which is gold. So it is similar to taking $1 and going to a store and saying, can I get 4 quarters for that dollar? You did not spend money, you exchanged the dollar, which is one form of money, for the quarters, which is a different form of money. So with our Karatbars International business, we get the amazing pleasure to educate people on why they should be exchanging for physical gold. All right, and as we continue to do that, we have a large organization of over 500,000 affiliates currently globally in over 120 countries. The company Karatbars International has been alive and thriving for over 6 years now. And we have an amazing live event. Our Wealth Builders Worldwide team will all be together September at the Georgia International Convention Center. We have the great and amazing CEO of Karatbars International flying straight in from Germany to come hang out with us. And then we also have Miss Debbie Thomas, the amazing Olympian, that is coming to hang out with us. And that's only just a few of the people that'll be there. The event is absolutely free September 22nd. So that's our business. Our business is helping people acquire gold. So helping people take their money and keep it. And then we get paid to continue to share that with others. So as I segue into the investor, Karatbars International is the only business that I know that operates in both quadrants, okay? The B and the I quadrant. The reason for that is, like I mentioned, gold is the purest form of money. And in the I quadrant, you have money working to produce more money. Why would I say Karatbars is operating in the I quadrant? Is as gold increases in value, it increases your purchasing power. So, and it increases your net worth. So just acquiring the product, which is a potentially appreciating asset, it increases your net worth with is money working for you. All right, so that's why Karatbars International, simply put, operates in both quadrants. This business is part of your willable estate. Unfortunately, we've had some amazing people in Karatbars pass away, and their spouses have inherited their business, and it just continues to grow because it is a business, it's part of their estate, and the widow or the family will inherit that business that creates income. But then also, what else do they inherit? Because at the time that they pass, unfortunately, they were also amassing wealth in gold. So the family will inherit the gold. So there again, like I mentioned, it operates in both quadrants, the B and the I quadrant, and it is part of your willable estate. So get back with the person who's been sharing Karatbars International with you. Let's get you started on your free account so that in your spare time and your downtime, in between time, whichever time you have, you can slowly start building a business to hedge against inflation, to also create income and legacy generational wealth for you, for your spouse, and for your children and children's children, and for your family to inherit. We want you to shift from that at E quadrant and S quadrant and slowly come over to that B and I quadrant. And you can do that with Karatbars International in your spare time and in between time. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll talk again soon.